43 years of history behind the United States Championship. Orton versus Hardy. These are two men who've collected 38 total championships in their storied careers.
How amazing is it that despite all those accomplishments, it wasn't until this year that they captured their first reigns as United States champion.
Yeah, both men Grand Slam champions. Incredible careers here in WWE. At Graves, one thing we've talked about is Randy Orton. He went into WrestleMania as United States champion. Tonight is about righting that wrong that went down in New Orleans.
This is a contractual obligation for Randy Orton. Jeff Hardy was happy to accept it. But I'm curious to see which one of these two superstars can implement their game plan first. Jeff Hardy's going to want to keep the pace quick. Randy's going to want to slow things down, use that infamous methodical style of his.
Elbow right on the cheekbone there of Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy did say, although he expects a competitive matchup after what happened on Tuesday, he expects it to be, hold on.
Here's the cover from Orton, kick out by Hardy.
He expects the intensity to be just a little bit stronger here in this title defense.
And we talked about all the history between these two.
Look out!
Jeff Hardy with a jawbreaker there to Randy Orton. And now Hardy.
Drop kick from Hardy, looking to quicken the pace a little bit. The Viper rolls to the outside, but you're not safe out there when Hardy's involved.
Hardy through the ropes and Orton into the barricade.
Jeff Hardy never afraid to take a high risk. Heck, I think he enjoys it.
Hold on! Launching himself at Randy Orton.
We all know Jeff Hardy has always prided himself throughout his career on living in the moment.
Well, there's one point in that rivalry I referenced back in 2008, guys, that Jeff Hardy jumped off part of the Raw set. They hit a swanton bomb on Randy Orton.
Listen, I'm sure we haven't seen the last time we see Jeff Hardy do something absolutely insane. The problem is when you take a risk that big, when you're in there with a veteran, one of the best of all time, such as Randy Orton, you cannot afford to make any mistake, let alone a high-risk one.
Picture perfect standing drop kick. Randy Orton, methodical, into the cover and a kick out by Hardy.
Your point, Corey, just that momentary pause by Jeff Hardy allowed Randy Orton to turn this thing around.
Uh-oh, Jeff looking for a twist of fate.
Able to fend off Jeff Hardy there for a moment, and Orton caught in a corner. Stunned there. Oh!
Orton got rocked by the elbow, and still a little worse for wear, looking a little hazy, but Randy able to topple Hardy on the top rope, and now Jeff Hardy's in big, big trouble.
And how wise was Randy Orton in just that one moment doing the right thing with the space that he had?
I think it was instinct.
Exactly, instinct. It comes with experience. That's what Randy
Look
Orton
at this.
has.
Randy better be careful not to get himself disqualified.
A champion's advantage goes to Jeff Hardy here. Title can only change hands by pinfall or submission.
Look at the elbow right on the ear of Orton. Irritated Randy. Taking that irritation out on the United States champion now.
Byron, we talked about Jeff Hardy, who's clutching that left knee that's favored him a little bit over the last few weeks. Jeff Hardy, always a risk taker ever since the beginning of his career. Meanwhile, Randy Orton, second-generation superstar. As many have said, how you would build a superstar from the ground up.
That would be a third-generation, Phillips. Do your homework.
But with that generational experience comes his composure, which you see right now in this matchup. No wasted movements.
Well, that's classic Randy Orton. I mean, Randy doesn't waste movement. Everything Randy Orton does inside the ring or even outside the ring has a very distinct purpose. And I have a feeling Jeff Hardy might find that out right about now. The Viper stalking, but
wait a minute, Hardy!
Good Lord. The thrill seeker, Jeff Hardy, throwing caution to the wind and taking out the challenger on the outside.
Like I mentioned earlier, living in the moment. Watch Jeff Hardy here.
And now Hardy putting the boots to Randy Orton here on the outside of the ring.
Hardy just come unglued, raining down fists lefts and rights all over the challenger.
Hardy realizes how much of a threat Randy Orton is to his championship. You have to readjust your high-flying strategy.
He doesn't want to see the end of his brief United States title reign here tonight at Backlash.
Jeff Hardy returned shockingly last year at WrestleMania with his brother Matt to capture the tag team championship. But Jeff said,
and Orton with a drop kick.
Jeff said, as proud as I am of my brother and I, there's something special about capturing and holding a singles championship in WWE. Randy Orton just launching Hardy once again. Randy knows how special that feeling is and wants to recapture it tonight.
Watch this one more time. Randy Orton, the standing drop kick
Boom. That
Right
is
on the side of the face.
precision timing and accuracy from Randy Orton that fells Jeff Hardy in a big way.
Hardy crashing to the floor outside. And now Randy Orton gonna repay the favor here to Jeff Hardy.
You know, Orton is very dangerous outside the ring.
Oh, man, right across the top of the barricade, spine first. And Orton's not done yet.
Oh, and Orton again. Patented offense from the 13-time world champion. And one more time.
Randy Orton looking to break Jeff Hardy clean in half.
There is no limit to how vicious the Viper can be.
Yeah, but Orton better get Hardy inside the ring before the referee's 10 count, because Randy can lose his opportunity by disqualification or countout.
Does just that. Now the Viper rolls inside the ring into the cover to win the title and a kick out.
Jeff Hardy in a great deal of agony right now after being dropped across the top of the barricade 3 separate times. Hardy's lower back has got to be destroyed.
And again, you notice how Randy Orton has not had to change his pacing at all, maintaining the strong attack.
This is the point I was trying to make. Randy's able to implement the slow, methodical pace. Now picking apart Jeff Hardy strategically and painfully.
Stomping away on the limbs here of Jeff Hardy. Now as a hold of the United States champion.
Oh, man.
Across the top rope. And Randy Orton doing exactly what he pleases here. Bullies his way into the cover and a kick out.
Orton just stalking Jeff Hardy now. Randy realizes that Jeff is hurt, and his opportunity to capture the United States Championship could be moments away.
Come on, Jeff, what'd he say?
This is exactly what Randy needs to do. Just take his 250-plus pound frame and lean on Jeff Hardy. Wear every last bit of energy out of Jeff Hardy's body.
I don't think, Byron, the back of Randy Orton's mind would happen at last year's Backlash event isn't in the Viper's thoughts here tonight. Was humiliated when he lost the WWE title to Jinder Mahal at this same event.
Well, not just that, but don't forget about the fact that
Oh, this is great.
Uh-oh, and all tied up here, and now Jeff Hardy in a predicament. Could Jeff Hardy tap out perhaps here to Randy Orton?
Randy now using his long, powerful legs to wrap around the body of Jeff Hardy. Extra pressure all over the torso of the United States champion. And Tom, to your point to Byron, I don't think Randy is thinking about anything that happened last year. Randy is thinking about the here and the now and dethroning Jeff Hardy.
the here and now for Jeff Hardy is just trying to survive this predicament. Somehow make his way back to his feet, somehow create some separation.
Again, no luck here for Jeff Hardy. Randy Orton has got this match right at the pace that he wants.
Randy Orton just continuing to ride Jeff Hardy, just wearing Jeff down. It's not glamorous, it's just effective. It's the mark of one of the all-time greats.
And now Jeff Hardy trying to create a little bit of breathing room. Shots here to the midsection of Randy Orton. And Jeff Hardy once again just throwing himself at his opponent.
A nasty collision, definitely disoriented Orton.
Inverted atomic drop. And Hardy
Crashing down on the midsection, then a drop kick.
now the cover to retain his title and a kick out.
This is the kind of extensive offensive attack that Jeff Hardy has desperately needed.
I wouldn't call it extensive just yet, Byron. It was desperate at best right now. Hardy still needs to, see, Orton able to get out of the way momentarily. Jeff climbing the ropes.
Going up top. Whisper in the wind. Randy Orton couldn't counter. Here's the cover. Shoulders down and a kick out.
That might have been more of the flurry you were looking for, Byron, but still, after connecting with Whisper in the wind, Jeff Hardy still looks a little worse for wear. A high-risk maneuver like that takes a lot out of your opponent, but just as much out of the man delivering
Hold
it.
on. Think about the twisted fate a second time. Right for the RKO. And now Hardy caught with a power slam.
So sudden, the pivot by Orton, driving the champion
Now
down.
Orton the cover for the United States title and a kick out.
Orton knows he almost had Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, but notice how cool and collected that Orton looks right now. Not stressing. Orton's been in these high-pressure situations for over a decade. Randy knows what it's going to take against an elite competitor like Jeff Hardy.
That was the expectation coming into this collision here tonight at Backlash. Now Jeff Hardy in a bad position when you're in there with the Viper. Hold on.
Hardy escapes momentarily. Oh, inverted mule kick. Down goes Randy.
And Orton down in the corner. Jeff Hardy hobbled, the left knee in trouble.
Oh, Hardy was looking for the Hardiac arrest. The 2 boots right to Orton's chest. But the Viper escapes just in the nick of time.
Now watch this one more time. Again.
Look at the way Jeff Hardy throws his feet. It's meant to be a delivered kick, but Orton out of time, and Hardy just inflicted a great deal of damage to himself.
Remember the shots out of the barricade to the spine of Jeff Hardy, and now Randy Orton, the wheels are turning. Perfect position here for the Apex Predator.
Almost a confident smirk, knowing it's about to be feeding time. Randy Orton, the Viper, can strike and capture his United States Championship once again.
Draped across the middle rope here. Jeff Hardy.
Oh! That's it, Hardy's finished.
Struck with the DDT.
The second attempt paid off. And Randy Orton at this juncture is in full control.
Well, Orton has the option right now. A few moments, he knows exactly where Jeff Hardy is. Let's put the exclamation point down, shall we?
And this is what Randy Orton loves. Has Jeff Hardy right in his sights. Can he close this out here for the United States title?
Almost worse than an RKO out of nowhere is the one you can't defend. Jeff Hardy has to know where the Viper's mind is. Here it is.
Wanted it, now Hardy. Hardy into a deep cover and a kick out. Oh, now Jeff, twist of fate.
Wow.
Jeff's going up.
And Hardy wastes a little time. Going to the top turnbuckle. Orton's down. Swanton bomb. Cover. Hardy retains the title. What backlash.
Here is your winner and still the United States Champion, Jeff Hardy.
These 2 superstars had a healthy level of respect for one another coming into tonight. But I can assure you, after that battle at Backlash, Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton now have a whole new level of respect. Hats off to the United States Champion, Jeff Hardy.
You can certainly touch the ropes. There we go. And here we go, light heavyweight title on the line. We'll give you an update on X-Pac's condition as we get it. I'm sure he'll have some stitches tonight, thanks to Edge and Christian in the ring bell.
Scotty told me beforehand he was going to try to wrestle this entire match without losing his lid.
I certainly think that Malenko's experience gives him a distinct advantage in this match. Oh my, what a high back body drop. Malenko, another second-generation star. That's Scotty 2 Hotty. Look for the cover in the early going.
JR, why don't you cut the top out of your hat?
Why would I want to do that?
Well, look like Scott. Oh, there goes the lid.
And Malenko looking for
Oh, man, what a...
pile driver. Turned into an arm drag by Scotty 2 Hotty. Now a lateral press. Couldn't neutralize the leg, could Scotty.
You know, cut the top out of your hat and stick your hair up through the top of it.
Well, that just looks silly as hell, wouldn't it?
Oh, you're saying Scotty 2 Hotty looks
Well,
silly?
looks good for him.
Oh, man.
Nice counter. Side headlock counter into the suplex. And a nip up by Scotty 2 Hotty.
See, then maybe you can do that move, JR. Whoa, he's moonwalking. Yeah, look out, Scotty.
Boy, my doctor has suggested I never try the worm again. Nice reversal by Scotty 2 Hotty, who seems to be the quicker of the 2 of these athletes.
You mean you did try the worm?
Yeah, in the backyard. Hurt myself.
What'd your worm look like?
It wasn't too flattering.
I've heard that.
Nice Irish whip.
Oh, my God.
And Malenko just countered with a hellacious clothesline, knocking down the challenger. Malenko's father, the late Boris Malenko, was the innovator of the Russian chain match king. I'm sure you knew that.
Boris Malenko?
Watch this counter. Clothesline to the face. 101. Watch the right arm. Boom!
Uh-oh. And that's face to the turnbuckle, 101.
Malenko seems to be a little bit frustrated by the quick start of Scotty 2 Hotty. Outstanding young competitor. Get his tag team partner, Grandmaster Sexay. Doing very well from his knee surgery. Should be back in action very soon. As Malenko trying to put the finishing touches here on Scotty 2 Hotty.
You know, if Scotty wins this light heavyweight championship, here tonight again, then I don't know. You think that could cause a little rift between him and Grandmaster Sexay?
It's going to be interesting to see how Grandmaster reacts. And if that does happen, nice right hand by Scotty 2 Hotty. And referee Jack Doan.
Man, drop kick to the knee.
Man, that will tear the patella of the kneecap.
Now
Put it in places that you don't want it to be in.
You may not can do the worm, but you can probably drop kick somebody in the knee, JR.
I got to run to start on mine.
Uh-oh. Scotty's not going to be doing much running.
Look at the torque on that ankle. Malenko has been called the man of 1,000 holes.
Look, we got worm signs in the audience.
Well, that through the cover, or another printing predicament, I should say. Certainly a good sound strategy by Malenko. If Scotty 2 Hotty is indeed quicker than the champion, he won't be for long. 19,101 here in the arena tonight, here in Washington, D.C. A very vocal, boisterous crowd, to say the least. And Malenko using the ring post as a tag team partner, in essence.
You know, there's really not much else to do in this town. It's a good thing WWF is here.
Why do you say that?
Come on.
Monuments, and there's the White House.
Oh, man.
President Clinton's favorite cigar store.
Yeah, a lot going on at the White House.
The home for wayward interns is just down the street.
The what?
Home for wayward interns.
How did I miss that on my tour today?
Malenko focusing on the legs of Scotty 2 Hotty. Malenko loves to use that Texas cloverleaf submission maneuver. And Scotty 2 Hotty with that torque on the ankle for getting his shoulders around the canvas. Don't forget it for 3 seconds. Scotty trying to get up on one leg if he can. Oh, where was that one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest normally finishes second. Malenko's somewhat methodical. And that was very obvious, that knee right into the knee of Malenko, into the knee joint of Scotty 2 Hotty. And look at this.
That's my leg.
Another submission move by Malenko. Scotty 2 Hotty, and quite frankly, being out-wrestled here by Malenko. And Malenko has gone to the mat, using the legs and the submission maneuvers to counteract the quickness of Scotty 2 Hotty.
Listen to these 19,101 fans are silently behind Scotty.
Malenko using the ropes for additional leverage. And break the hold. The referee, Jack Doan, caught Malenko in the act. Too bad no one caught him in the act last Thursday night on SmackDown.
What, of using the ropes?
Hell, that's what he cheated. Oh, my goodness.
What a kick.
Quite frankly, Malenko cheated to win. Don't say you've never done that.
Please, anything worth having is worth cheating for. The light heavyweight championship you're talking about here.
King, you're not going to be a role model, those youngsters out there. Cheating is not the way to succeed.
Oh, look out.
Scotty 2 Hotty again being tortured. Enziguri.
Got it.
Malenko left himself open for the Enziguri, and perhaps out of desperation, Scotty 2 Hotty scores. He shoots. He scores.
Come on, Scotty. Take like your hair and get up.
Scotty 2 Hotty has not been able to capitalize on that Enziguri, well placed in the back of the head, and Scotty the right hand.
He's scoring with those.
And Malenko quickly counters. Oh, counters hard. Hard into the turnbuckle goes Scotty 2 Hotty, who essentially is trying to compete in this match at this point in time on one leg.
And there goes the good leg.
Malenko, one of the radicals who in the last 3 months or so since they have arrived in the WWF have made quite the impression on all of us.
Oh, no, wait.
Malenko again, almost a baseball slide. Again, right into the knee of Scotty 2 Hotty.
Thought he was going to take off Scotty's, what would you call those, jeans?
That's what I'd probably say. Pretty accurate description.
I think they're FUBUs.
In Oklahoma, they call them britches.
Oh, please.
And Malenko is relentless. No wasted motion by Malenko. He doesn't go from head to knee to arm to elbow. He's right on that leg exclusively. Is the light heavyweight champion. Beautiful strategy. Back heel trip. Nice takedown. Spinning toe hold. And Malenko, Scotty 2 Hotty. The champion rolled up.
Really close.
To the near fall. And Malenko again reasserts himself again with a clothesline. Fans around the world in England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Liechtenstein.
That's one of my favorite countries, Liechtenstein.
And how about Luxembourg?
I like Liechtenstein.
Watching the event later this evening as well. Eventually over 100 countries will see Backlash. And whether you like the guy or not, Malenko's strategy is sound as it can be. Continuing to focus on the left knee of Scotty 2 Hotty. And Malenko driving not only Scotty 2 Hotty but himself right outside the ring. Malenko took a calculated risk there that may not have paid off.
I don't know about that strategy. Up to now it had been okay, but that move I question.
Malenko doesn't care to win this match by countout. He just wants to retain the WWF Light Heavyweight title. And Malenko getting up close and personal with the ring apron there. I wonder what that tastes like. Scotty 2 Hotty now has an opportunity. The door of opportunity is barely open.
Where you going, Scotty? Rest your legs.
Scotty has got himself in a bad place up there on the 3rd floor. And Malenko looking for a superplex.
He got him.
Oh, and Malenko scored with a superplex. Taking something out of the champion as well. And referee Jack Doan's got a 10 count to work with here. Again, if the match ends in a count out or disqualification, Malenko retains the title. And Malenko's trying to shake it loose and get back in the game.
Still down at the count of 6. Scotty, get up.
Speaking of the game, you got to wonder what's going through the game. Triple H's mind right now, knowing that we expect the arrival of Stone Cold at any moment. And Scotty 2 Hotty, nice backslide. He's got, wow, a long 2 count. And Malenko, inside cradle. Wow, beautiful counter to the attempted Texas Cloverleaf.
Oh, man.
He's throwing him first with Scotty 2 Hotty. And look at Scotty. Use his right hands effectively there.
He sort of countered that intended suplex.
Certainly did. But Malenko back up. Very pugnacious is the light heavyweight champion.
Look at this. Look at this.
Bulldog. Scotty 2 Hotty. You know what's coming now.
Oh, yeah. Let's see it. Yeah, you're right. Start hopping, baby. W-O-R-M. Pretty far for a white guy. Yeah.
Scotty scores with his worm.
What?
Oh, and Malenko caught Scotty coming in. He's got, hey, ref, wait a minute. Referee Jack Doan caught Malenko this time on not another repeat of SmackDown.
That Malenko's a master at using the ropes, isn't he?
Malenko trying to take a shortcut. Good officiating there. Oh, Scotty 2 Hotty going behind Malenko. Oh, Malenko looking. Oh, into the power bomb. That should be all. No, Scotty 2 Hotty not going to stay down.
Malenko can't believe it.
You got to hand it to Scotty 2 Hotty. This youngster's got a lot of guts. He wants that light heavyweight title back. Outstanding matchup. Oh, Scotty meeting Malenko coming in.
Worm him again, worm him. Oh, no.
And Malenko cowered. He power slam. And Scotty kicked out. Anybody's ball game here.
I think Malenko's trying to figure out exactly what it's going to take to keep Scotty down.
Scotty 2 Hotty just used his own momentum used against him to hang him on that top rope.
Like a guillotine.
Malenko now. What's he doing?
Well, he loves those ropes.
Malenko up on. Oh, wow. Malenko may have just made a huge mistake by leading his ground attack and going to the top.
I think Scotty wants to try a superplex of his own. Yes!
Oh, Scotty too hotty. It's all or nothing here. Well, oh my God! The DDT from the top. Scotty too hotty drilled.
Oh my gosh!
The World Wrestling Federation Light Heavyweight Champion, Dean Malenko.
Oh, she was a beaut, wasn't she? Was that good television or what? Here we go. It's an Intercontinental title versus a Money in the Bank. Somebody's going to leave here with all of it.
I wonder how that helmet fit in there. All right, this is going to be a great match.
Sheldon Benjamin, the quick go-behind takedown, the former University of Minnesota Wrestling All-American, three-sport All-Stater from the state of South Carolina is Shelton Benjamin. Certainly is very, very proud of his athletic feats, as he should be. But man, he has had a somewhat of a personality change, somewhat of a metamorphosis over the last several months.
I think his mama instilled that new attitude in him. His mama showed up. Shelton didn't take anything off anybody.
So Benjamin's going to leave here with the Money in the Bank briefcase and the contract, more importantly, and his Intercontinental title, or he's going to leave here empty-handed, and Van Dam's going to leave here with everything. Winner take all in this one-fall match here tonight at Backlash, Lexington, Kentucky, the site of our first ever WWE pay-per-view in this historic sports city.
What about the athleticism shown there by Shelton Benjamin? And I mean, both of these young men, that's what they're known for. We've heard it said Rob Van Dam can do things in this ring that nobody else can do, but that young man right there, Shelton Benjamin, he's pretty impressive as well.
This match quite possibly could be and should be the most athletic one-on-one match of the entire Backlash pay-per-view here tonight.
I'm glad you said one-on-one. But don't ever doubt the athleticism of the guy. What he's capable of.
Side headlock by Shelton Benjamin. And Van Dam certainly has a great deal of unorthodox offense. I like it. He keeps you off balance. Sheldon a little preening, somewhat arrogant in his last few months.
Oh, look at that
Nice
move.
takedown by Van Dam. And Van Dam, that great leg strength, arm drag takedown. And another by Van Dam. Shades of the outstanding Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with those deep arm drag takedowns. And Van Dam has got his share of fans here tonight. Van Dam, a former star in ECW, has dominated in the WWE as well.
Rob over that left eye has got quite a little mouse going there from that very first arrogant slap delivered by Shelton Benjamin.
These men just returning from a sold-out tour of almost 2 weeks in Europe.
I was there. I missed you over in jolly old England.
I was jolly back in Oklahoma, just for the record. And Van Dam forced back into the corner. She'll get a clean break. Chad Patton has asked for it, and request denied by Shelton Benjamin. Great right hand. Benjamin knocking down Van Dam. I'm surprised Benjamin is not wrestling more and brawling less. And the unorthodox Van Dam, the man with the educated feet.
Yeah, baby! Shelton Benjamin a little bit disappointed with himself that he got caught off guard by that high spinning kick there from Rob Van Dam. It's easy to get caught off guard by Rob Van Dam. Those feet come flying at you from every direction.
Benjamin making his way back up to the apron now. Again, Benjamin, these men are very cautious, and rightfully so, ladies and gentlemen, because all you got to do is just consider what's at stake here. Benjamin can leave with his title and the Money in the Bank ladder match of contract, which is huge.
You said a very neat word there earlier. You said these guys were preening. This match is still in the preening and posturing stage right now. They're still in the feeling each other out and trying to impress each other right now.
But then for Rob Van Dam, he's an individual. He's his own man. We know a lot about RVD, and he's a very unique man. And as educated feet as they are, now taking down Shelton Benjamin again, those clotheslines. Van Dam looking to not only become the Intercontinental Champion again, but to also retain his Money in the Bank contract. And
nobody home for the Rolling Thunder.
Shelton Benjamin thinks he's avoided a contact and a high-risk move. Beautiful cross-body, a suicidal-like maneuver by Van Dam. And Van Dam, it's all or nothing for Van Dam.
Now right out here in front of us, Rob Van Dam incoming right onto the noggin of Shelton Benjamin. Oh,
and
started to say Rob Van Dam coming in again, but stopped by that knee.
Van Dam
It is!
looking for a shoulder blow. My God. That was a sunset flip, a version of a sunset flip from the inside out, King.
But then it was converted into a power bomb. I mean, watch this. Here comes the sunset flip part right there, but from here, it becomes a power bomb onto the floor. Man.
And Benjamin knows that he's got to get Van Dam back in the ring. It is my understanding this match must end by pinfall or submission. I may be wrong on that. That's my understanding. The cover and a near fall.
Let's take one more look at this. Different angle. Man, did you hear that?
That was the old proverbial splat of the lower back and kidney area of Van Dam. Just with a very ugly way of landing on the outside here. And now if Benjamin can maintain the focus on this lower back, King, and the kidneys, Van Dam may not be able to get back in this thing.
Well, that power bomb, certainly swung the pendulum in the favor of Shelton Benjamin.
But let's not forget that Van Dam, there's a cover. The hook of the far leg, got a near fall. Let's not forget that Rob Van Dam, with his tremendous ability to strike. He is a striker without a doubt. He is one hard kick to the face away from winning any match he's in.
At any time. Crowd now trying to get behind Rob Van Dam, and personally I think this is a mistake on the part of Shelton Benjamin. If you ask me, all it's doing is giving Rob Van Dam a little time to recuperate here. That's what Shelton, oh, there you go. That's what you got to do. You got to stay on top of your opponent.
Certainly want to thank all the countries around the world that are watching Backlash Live tonight. We thank you for inviting us to be a part of your day, your evening, as it may be, to invite us into your home. Backlash will be seen in tape delay in over 60 countries in 9 languages once all is said and done. And all is said and done may be moments away for Rob Van Dam unless Benjamin makes a mistake here. And it doesn't look like Benjamin is in a mistake mode of the style that he is wrestling.
He's feeling pretty cocky, pretty confident right now. Smile on his face. Big knee to the face of Rob Van Dam.
And the cover, and a little low on that cover. That was not the soundest of covers by Benjamin, who followed up on that Mr. Wrestling 2-like running knee lift, but he got a little low on that cover, and Van Dam was able to kick out. You don't want to give Van Dam a lot of second chances. Perfectly executed backbreaker. Again, focusing on the lower back, and that has been Benjamin's strategy, King. Posting that left knee into the spine now of Van Dam, poking on the back, and Van Dam is being subjected to a gut check.
Yes, he is. So far, Van Dam hanging in there. Get tougher by the minute to hang.
Oh, camel clutch, and the Iron Sheik is nowhere in sight.
Boy, you're getting to mention a lot of old wrestlers here tonight.
I got a lot of material.
Iron Sheik, Mr. Wrestling 2. Luthez.
Hall of Famers.
There you go.
And look at the Benjamin pulling back on that camel clutch, and you can see the
Looks like almost down to his on the throat. Robin, yeah, the referee agrees. That's a choke.
Also, Van Dam was in the rope. That's going to call for the immediate break, and it wasn't really a clean break, but a break nonetheless. And Benjamin again, hard slam, again focusing on the lower back. Nice strategy by Shelton Benjamin.
Force. Shelton is using the slam. Rob Van Dam trying to slam him right through that mat.
Talk about the athleticism of Van Dam, or Benjamin, a guy that was a national heavyweight wrestling champion in the amateurs. At the same time, he ran a 4.25 40. And the NFL draft and all that this weekend, and all the times they've bandied about, that's world-class time for a world-class athlete. And Van Dam fighting back up. We have seen Van Dam overcome amazing odds and put his own body at risk on so many occasions to be successful. And it looked like that Shelton was thinking about that T-bone suplex.
But it was blocked nicely by Rob Van Dam. Then Rob Van Dam trying once again for the Rolling Thunder. Oh, he rolled right into that. Coach Shelton, that could do it.
The Samoan drop. Will it be? And Van Dam rolled his hips. That got his left shoulder off the canvas. Not really a kick out, but the Rolling Thunder ended up being a Samoan drop. A very unique counter by Shelton Benjamin.
If you don't believe it, check it out one more time. There's the Rolling Thunder coming up, but like you said, he rolled right into the Samoan drop. Oh, you know what? That 1 second of not being able to roll Rob Van Dam over probably cost him the match there.
And Van Dam overcame 6 men, including Shelton Benjamin, at WrestleMania earlier this month in Chicago to win the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Look at this.
And Sheldon doing some oratory, maybe not his strength.
Shelton just rubbing his fingers together, and he's saying, that's my money, talking about that Money in the Bank briefcase.
And Van Dam not talking, but Van Dam using that right hand very effectively. And Shelton Benjamin's mouth lost him the advantage. But look at this, oh my God, look at the athleticism. Benjamin leaping flat-footed from the floor of the ring to the top turnbuckle.
A vertical leap from Shelton Benjamin. We saw something similar to that in that ladder match you were talking about. Look at this, JR. Is there a better athlete in the WWE than Shelton Benjamin?
I don't know, but near Paul on the right side of your screen, but it would be hard to argue, quite frankly, that there is a better pure athlete in the WWE period than Shelton Benjamin. And Benjamin now with that body scissors. I won't use my Joe Stecker reference, just for you, King.
Who?
You wrestled him.
You went with Joe Stecker. Never heard of it.
Strength by Benjamin. He hasn't got his legs hooked, but he's trying to hook that body scissors. Bottom line, that reverse chin lock has Van Dam grounded. And in this position, Van Dam's going to have a hard time kicking Benjamin with those feet.
Yeah, you got that right. Benjamin knows that. He's just trying to wear Rob Van Dam down. Drain what little strength there is left in Van Dam right out of him.
Come on, he's dying.
Van Dam trying to keep moving. Keep that circulation going, keep that adrenaline pumping. Trying to get this crowd here in the Rupp Arena. A famous facility. The site of the 1985 NCAA Final Four. Reversal, Irish whip in. And Van Dam luckily enough to hold on as Benjamin was really looking to deliver a thunderous drop kick to the face.
That could be a momentum shifter right here if Rob Van Dam can capitalize on it. Maybe not. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, nice. There you go, those educated feet.
Van Dam blocks and then shot with that kick right to the face. Nice move by Van Dam, but can he follow up on it?
Check it out one more time, how quick those feet can come flying at you.
Heard the impact. The splash in the corner. Now nobody there, and now Van Dam with a clothesline. Making a couple of clotheslines.
Here comes RVD.
Great kick by Van Dam.
He's trying to tell this crowd here in Rupp Arena he's had about enough.
Van Dam, that lower back got to be bothering him. Punishment to the kidney area as well. Reverse elbow. Benjamin a little overzealous. Springboard kick. by Van Dam. Another martial arts kick by Rob Van Dam. Van Dam. Spinning heel kick. Van Dam now.
The Rolling Thunder finally connects.
And finally, after about 3 attempts,
Third time's the charm.
the Rolling Thunder, the Cobra, and the remember the Intercontinental title of Shelton Benjamin, the Money in the Bank contract of Rob Van Dam, all on the line. Everything at stake in this match.
And what a match it is.
Winner takes all here tonight.
Yeah.
Modified slam. And a split-legged moonsault. Beautiful move. Will it be?
So close. That's got to be frustrating for Rob Van Dam. Hit a couple of your patented moves and still don't get the win. But he keeps coming.
Shoulder block by Van Dam. Monkey flip and the great athleticism by Benjamin landing on his feet.
Rob sensed it from the crowd.
Step over heel kick again by Van Dam. Van Dam has gone to the ground with a foot attack.
I think he's contemplating an air attack now, JR.
5-star frost.
Nobody home.
Van Dam went for everything, got nothing. And the 5-star DDT. And talking about driving Van Dam's head into the canvas with that DDT. Will that be it? Will that be enough? There's a cover by Benjamin. And RVD keeps this match alive, his hopes alive, in winning the Intercontinental title and retaining his Money in the Bank contract.
Boy, and you could just say barely alive there. He's going to try another hitting attempt too. And check out this DDT one more time. Wait. Another near fall. Here goes the 5-star frog splash. Look at that hang time.
Van Dam, certainly an amazing athlete, as is Benjamin. Benjamin not the only great athlete in this match, I can tell you that. But man, that 5-star frog splash may be the beginnings of spelling the end.
Well, that DDT after that missed frog splash was amazing.
I don't know if that was a modified drop toe hold or what, but it looked like Benjamin's head went into the security wall on the outside. Again, this doesn't do Van Dam any favors for Benjamin to be on the outside. Van Dam can't win the Intercontinental title.
What's Shelton doing here?
Benjamin grabbing that briefcase.
That's not yours yet.
Benjamin has been out wrestled in the last few moments, and a hard kick by Benjamin that took Van Dam face first into the apron of the ring.
But you guys got to realize you can't win this match on the outside. There you go. Shelton Benjamin getting Rob Van Dam back into the ring.
I think Benjamin was getting frustrated, got that briefcase to use as a weapon. That didn't pay off on that occasion. And the Intercontinental Champion now on the top turnbuckle.
He's waiting.
Look at the balance. Look at the great balance and athleticism.
Ready to spring. He's up there like a vulture. Here he comes.
And Van Dam rolling through. Van Dam using Benjamin's own momentum against the Intercontinental Champion. Van Dam ducking the... Oh, nice. Nice Hurricane Rana by Van Dam, who countered Benjamin right into the Hurricane Rana.
He's good. These guys are so fast, so quick, using so many moves, so many counters. It's hard to call it.
And again now,
briefcase.
Referee got a shot there inadvertently. Benjamin's got that briefcase, went for Van Dam's head with it. And now Van Dam's got his briefcase. And kicks, oh my God! Van Dam tossed the briefcase to Shelton Benjamin, who instinctively caught it.
Rob said, you want the briefcase? Here you can have it for just a second. Then you can have this big foot. Look out!
5-star!
Whoa, man!
The briefcase to the face. The 5-star. The hook. The 3. And Van Dam has done it.
Here is your winner of both the Money in the Bank and the new Intercontinental Champion, Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam has come to Backlash, and he's leaving with the Intercontinental title and the Money in the Bank briefcase. Winner take all. Van Dam has done it.
And this electrified crowd here at Rupp Arena in Lexington loves it.
Has a very high threshold of pain. He's going to need it here. And boom! And the drop toe hold by Raven driving Rhino's head right on a stop sign. Could be over early, but it's not.
It's going to take a lot more than that to put down the big bad Rhino.
Rhino 275. He is a thick competitor, to say the least.
From the mean streets of Detroit, Michigan.
Trash can dinted right over the head of Rhino. And there's another cover. And Raven with 2 near falls in this contest. Remember, no disqualifications. Man, what a shot that was. What a shoulder block.
Rhino is just so impressive. He knows to stay right on top of his man. And now Rhino with a weapon.
Rhino extremely aggressive, to say the least here. And certainly Raven, who, as we said, has a very high threshold of pain. And that will be tested in this match. And Raven got that trash can up, but Rhino ran right through it.
Did him a lot more damage than
There's
the
a cover here on the outside. That's legal. Falls count anywhere in these hardcore matchups.
I'll give Raven a lot of credit, but actually I'm going to give Rhino a lot more now, because he's again using everything at his disposal to put away Raven.
Rhino moving around these steps. These steel steps, positioning them, and Raven barely able to stand here after that shot with a trash can. And Raven getting up close and personal with the steps, and now Rhino has that folding chair. What am I doing here? Raven taking a seat. And Rhino almost trying to knock Raven's head off.
Oh man, I don't like the looks of this. Here comes Rhino!
Rhino, oh my God! Raven moved out of the way at the last moment. Rhino leaping from the ring steps. Almost got impaled in that steel chair that he set up. And now here comes Raven.
And now what's good for the goose is good for the Raven!
And Raven scored with a clothesline. That could be, no it's not. Rhino, the powerhouse, kicking out.
Watch this, here comes Rhino, 275 pounds, wham, straight into the chair. Rhino's momentum working against him.
Again, no disqualifications, no countouts. Balls count anywhere in this hardcore title match. And Raven, the veteran. And Rhino right outside. Well, this Rhino talking about Raven's threshold of pain. Rhino's right there with him.
Oh, Rhino is a man beast. There's no stopping him. Raven has to bring everything at his disposal to try to take down Rhino. Rhino loves being the hardcore champion.
Yes, it is. The kitchen sink being tossed into the ring by the challenger for Rhino's hardcore title, Raven.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
What's that?
The kitchen sink.
All legal.
I love it, personally. I endorse it.
Raven trying to shake it loose here, and Rhino right back up, and Raven just got his brain scrambled with that trash can lid.
Rhino now has to keep the pressure up on Raven. Has to keep coming for Raven. And now another weapon. Rhino is so effective when it comes to these things.
Raven got hit right in the face with that sign, and now there's the cover, and Raven somehow kicks out. Listen to this impact. A brain scramble.
When it comes to hardcore wrestling, that's what you call technique.
Raven again with another shot to his head. And again, Rhino going for the cover. And Raven shows his resilience and his guts, quite frankly, in kicking out.
What I like about Raven is that he always rolls back over. He doesn't stay on his back for long. Even though right now he's beaten down, Raven doesn't want to be in pitting predicaments.
Rhino shoved that shopping cart with 10 items or less right back in the face of Raven.
But there ain't no discount in the hardcore title match.
No coupons.
And I love coupons too.
More impact here, look at this. Shopping cart into another human being's face. And there's no fit, but he got it again, did Raven.
Well, Rhino's dictating the pace, big time right now. And Raven needs to find himself a weapon to counter Rhino.
What is that?
Oh, me personally, I'd just run like hell.
Raven the drop toe scored for the second time in the match, and this time Rhino's face bounced off that shopping cart. Raven's bought himself a little bit of time,
but not a lot. Raven needs to capitalize. The question is, does he still have it in him to do so?
Here's a look at the drop toe hold here.
That shopping cart could be the big equalizer in this match.
Shot to the head. Look at that sign. Just with a head print in it.
Who did that sign ever victimize like that? Did it deserve that type of punishment?
What a shot that was. Ooh, man. Did you hear that one? Raven now building some momentum on this man beast.
Bulldog!
Nice bulldog by Raven. Raven's got a chance here. Raven with a cover. And roll, Rhino. Got that left shoulder off the canvas as the referee's hand was coming down.
Raven can't get frustrated. He got the advantage using the shopping cart. He needs to keep the pressure. Oh, here it comes again. That shopping cart becoming the most dangerous part of the hardcore title match.
Oh! Trash can to the face. There's a cover. And again, Rhino with a powerful kick out.
How close can Raven be to becoming the hardcore champion again?
Raven's had 2 or 3 near falls. And now the shopping cart again. Raven up. Crowd behind Raven here in this challenge. Oh! For Rhino's hardcore title.
No rules, no disqualifications. Falls count anywhere. This match truly is for the hardcore championship.
Turner first. But Rhino, man, he got Raven right in the head. That could be it right there. No, it's not. Raven, again, just refusing to stay down. But you gotta wonder how much more either of these men's anatomy can take.
The human body can only take so much.
Rhino. Rhino kind of holding on several of those ropes. Rhino's, he's got something on his mind here. He was looking for his gore. And he went right inside the shopping cart.
This is Raven's chance. If he ever had a chance, it's right here, right now.
Everything, including the kitchen sink, being used on Rhino. Rhino's hardcore title could be saying goodbye. We got gold. Oh, how close.
My God, was that close. Rhino looking for the gore, and he nails the shopping cart. Gore!
Rhino got the gore that time and got all of it. And Rhino retains.
The winner of this bout, and still hardcore champion, Rhino.
Well, I'll tell you what, Raven's got nothing to be ashamed of in this losing effort because he had on more than one occasion less than a count away from defeating Rhino, who seems to be impervious to pain and impregnable. Or the Cruiserweight title. Of course, it begs the question, will lightning strike twice for Tajiri here tonight?
Well, I don't know what Tajiri's got on his mind. I mean, I don't know what he could be thinking. All I can think of is looking over there at Torian. Whoa, look at this. Look over there at Torian, not seeing that beautiful body.
Kidman and Tajiri are building a tremendous rivalry, as we have seen develop on SmackDown in the Cruiserweight division.
Look out.
Kidman, an outstanding champion, to say the least. Arm drag takedown by Tajiri. And Tajiri are those almost like a mafia kick. Those kicks that Tajiri can deliver, and he aims right for the temple and normally hits it. Can be debilitating. Fence shot by Tajiri, a former Cruiserweight champion. Certainly with unbelievable skills. And Billy Kidman is a proud young man. Kidman made the comment last week on SmackDown. He thought that people didn't really know who he was. And I can tell you, you see this kid very many times, you'll know who he is, and you'll never forget him. He's that good.
Oh, Kidman's impressive, all right, but don't sell Tajiri short. Watch out here, Kidman. Oh, look at this.
Great athleticism in this cruiserweight division, to say the least. The drop kick and the cover of the hook of the leg in the first near fall of the contest.
Oh, look at that. JR, tell me, why would you cover something like that up?
That'd be like covering up the Mona Lisa with a canvas or a tar.
Wait a minute. Mona Lisa? He's not that hot.
Tajiri taken outside. And again, this relationship with Tajiri and Torrie Wilson has been a somewhat complex in my point of view. I don't know why Torrie is still staying with Tajiri, but in any event, he's certainly loyal in that respect as Tajiri takes Kidman and hangs him on the security wall.
Well, I understand that Torrie is under, well, she signed a contract to be in Tajiri's corner, but I don't know if she was expecting this kind of get-up, having to, what is he going to try to make her into a geisha girl or something?
Well, Tajiri's changed, King, since Tajiri and Torrie really got together and established their relationship. We have seen Tajiri change before our very eyes, and there's a devastating knee drop right to the face of Billy Kidman.
Well, he's changed for the worse, if you ask me. He's not too smart. Next thing you know, he'll take all his money he makes here in the WWF and try to open a tall man shop in Tokyo.
Tajiri hanging up Kidman on that bottom rope. And certainly referee Mike Sparks right on top of the call there, got to the 5 count. Tajiri would have been disqualified. And of course, Tajiri cannot win the cruiserweight title. Those are those debilitating kicks we were talking about.
I think that may have knocked Kidman out.
We saw what happened the last time these two men were in the same proximity. That was on SmackDown Thursday night where Kidman was literally knocked unconscious by one of those kicks of Tajiri.
Take a look at that kick one more time. Look at how high this kick is. Right, like I said, right in the side of the head, right in the temple.
Tajiri is really an expert marksman when it comes to those shots with his feet, I'll tell you. And now Billy Kidman is grounded. Not a bad strategy for Tajiri. Kidman especially lethal when able to execute his high-risk offense.
Uh-oh. There you go.
Nice hurricane running by Billy Kidman, who grew up in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Lifelong WWF fan. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker around the world there by Tajiri. And
that may be Kidman's problem.
What's that?
Grew up in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
I don't think there's anything wrong with Allentown.
Uh-oh, look out here.
And now Kidman tied up to the proverbial tree of woe by Tajiri.
Shut up! What did he say? Shut up! Look out!
And Tajiri, that baseball slide kick right to the face of the defenseless Billy Kidman. And at this point in time, the reigning cruiserweight champion finds himself into a great deal of difficulty.
Can you just tell that Torrie is not enjoying herself? I mean, is a geisha girl not allowed to show any emotion or smile or anything?
Look at his kick to the head. Here in your left. Kidman's head snapping back. He has no way to protect himself in that environment. And that's the second big-time kick that Tajiri has gotten in this contest on Billy Kidman. You got to wonder how that's going to, what the results will be. You know, it's a scrambled brain situation.
I'm wondering how much more can Kidman take. I'm wondering how much more can I take. Look at Torrie all covered up like that. I can't see the puppies.
She hasn't smiled in weeks. And
neither have I.
Another backbreaker by Tajiri. Trying to turn it into a submission maneuver here on Billy Kidman. And Kidman, after that second kick, was moving a little lethargically, and rightfully so.
What does a girl wear under those geisha outfits anyway, JR? Anything?
There ain't too many geishas in Oklahoma that I've ever run across. So I couldn't answer that question.
Yeah, but we're not in Oklahoma, we're in Kansas City.
Same difference. Oh, and Kidman with a knee. There's a counter, but Kidman, look at this, almost just laying on Tajiri. Kidman, that second shot to the head has really taken Kidman out of the champion's game, and now the elbow to the kidneys. Tajiri grounding the champion, and that takes away a great deal of Kidman's offensive arsenal, and again, focusing on the lower back is Tajiri. Tajiri, a very bright young man with a degree in economics.
Tajiri's got a degree in economics.
He certainly does. And Kidman fighting back. Championship on the line, and now...
What university did Tajiri go to?
Some university in Japan, I'm not sure.
Oh, look at this.
And Tajiri finds another way to execute the tarantula. Another painful maneuver. You can't beat Kidman that way, but you can certainly slow him down. That's what Tajiri has done, all inside the referee's 5 count. Whoa. Looking for the knockout there. And Kidman works his back up, fighting with everything he's got, knowing that his cruiserweight title is on the line here.
Look at this. Oh,
Great counter move by Kidman. The drop kick. Kidman's got the cover, and he got a near fall there.
Might have took some of the wind out of Tajiri's sails there. That drop kick right in the middle of the back.
Billy Kidman, a very resilient young WWF superstar. And a shot, a glancing shot to the back of the head that did drive Kidman down. I mean, human anatomy can only sustain so many blows to the head. You get concussed. Vision is blurred. The reactions are off. German suplex with the bridge.
Look at this!
Right back hit. There's a pinning predicament.
Oh, look at Tajiri. He can't believe that Kidman kicked out of that, and I can't either.
Tajiri put a couple of great offensive moves together there to get the near fall on the Cruiserweight champion. Tajiri shoulder first into the turnbuckle. And comes again with that kick, and that's got to be it right there. The leg is up, and Kidman kicked out. Billy Kidman refusing to stay down with his Cruiserweight title at stake here.
Look at Tajiri. Snap. Listen to this.
The soul of that boot. And Kidman countered. Kidman's countered here. That could be all for Tajiri. Oh, Tajiri just barely able to kick out. Kidman with a great offensive counter, driving Tajiri's face into the canvas. Got a near fall out of it.
Oh, what a match this is. Uh-oh.
And Tajiri lying motionless on the canvas.
Serious concern on the face of Tori now.
High risk here. Could be the shooting star. And it is with nobody there. Billy Kidman missed the shooting star press. And now can Tajiri take back over? Oh! There's that shot. The hands are down the side. That's got to be it. The shot to the face. Oh, Kidman. My God, how'd he do that?
How many shots can Kidman take to his head? It's Tajiri.
Tajiri is scrambling Kidman's brains. And the crowd here starting to get into this match now and solidly getting behind Billy Kidman. And Tajiri has got those undeniable kicks, and not to the chest, but to the head. And now both men on the top turnbuckle here. This feast or famine. Powerbomb by Kidman. Kidman out of nowhere. He got
And Kidman can't believe it.
And Tajiri King showing a great deal of resiliency himself.
Both of these guys.
Cruiserweight Championship, I certainly believe is going to be one of the shining jewels in the WWF, no doubt about it.
The shiny jewels. Look at Tori. Still no smiles.
Uh-oh, Kidman's got Tajiri up. Tajiri, first